Morning paramotor pilots. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. Well, 3 degrees centigrade, so it'll be cold. Lovely weather. Let's go flying. Brake line Tangle by the look. Yeah, not happy with that. Nice one, Eric. Looking good, looking good. I'm literally going sideways. Look at that. Ho ho everyone! Merry Christmas, and just a quick thank you to all my subscribers out there. I started this channel off as a bit of a laugh, just to document my flights, and I went from 0 subscribers to well over 200 in pretty much a couple of months. So thanks all to you for your support, and may it continue. So have a good Christmas everyone, and on to my next video. Well, here we are in the field. Give you a quick tour. Look at that. Lovely. Let's see how successful we are at launching, because as you can see, nil-ish wind, my nemesis. But we've got to practice, so let's see how this goes. Hopefully better than the last takeoff, which was shocking. See in the air. The wind is doing something, we don't know. Right then. Okay, no tangles. Side number 2. Brakes. 3. And we're in! Here we are. What a lovely day. Right, let's get these gloves on because it is feckin' freezing. I remember I threw my toys out of the pram on my last video saying, that's it, I'm just buying a new starter. Then I saw the price. Now, for some reason I thought they were about 180 quid or something. 280 quid, plus shipping, you know, and all that bash. It was near enough 300 quid for the full starter kit. So I went, no, we're not having that. I am, after all, a retired gentleman, living the dream doing this. Good old Daniel, thanks mate. Came up trumps. He had a spare starter cord. I got that, fitted it into my starter. Also, I found the recoil spring was a bit shitty, to be honest. I removed it. I was watching a few interactive videos actually, and it's not actually that bad. Brake line Tangle by the look of it. I'm not happy with that. Can I? Doing permanent tip steering by the look of it. Right, I'm coming for a landing. Yeah, that's not good. Let's get landed. Not happy with that. Kind of a bit of a permanent tip steer, so right, we'll take a landing and then we'll sort that break out. These things happen. I did hope for a quick untangle of my brake line and get back in the air as soon as possible, but my starter issues continued. As you can see here, the recoil spring was obviously not doing its job, so that was that flight done. Basically, it wasn't recoiling properly. I always had a bit of sag in my coil there, and it's managed to wrap itself around the engine there. So I couldn't get it untangled, So that was the end of the flight for me. Luckily I had a spare recoil spring, so I spent the whole evening stripping the starter and replacing that, so that solved the problem.
Well then, yesterday sucked. I'll just go through it. That's why there wasn't much footage. So what happened was, came in for a land, as you do. Then, my fucking starter decided it would die again. So this is the third time a charm. So I went home, sorted that out, and then here we are flying again. Still wind, I'm doing 39 miles per hour.
So, at this point, I'm all happy with myself. Got my feet up, and I'm digging in and flying over to the coast. You may have heard me early in the video say that I was doing 39 miles per hour at one point. This was with my trims in neutral as well. And if you have a look on Gaggle, you can see that I actually got to a speed of 43 miles per hour at some point. This means only one thing. I have got a pretty strong tailwind pushing me down the road. It's at this point I decide to abort the mission and turn around and go back, because I know that there's a headwind coming on my way back to the LZ, but I wasn't too sure how bad it would be. As I turn round, the inevitable happens, and I am slammed with a pretty strong headwind. This brought me to speeds, in some cases, as low as 5 miles per hour, which meant that I wouldn't have made it back to my LZ. It was over 5 miles away, and I had just under an hour of fuel left. So, the moral of the story is, this shows the importance of route planning, and it's not just about the route itself. I mean, I had a rough idea I was going towards the coast anyway, but you've got to take into account the wind speed, the direction of the wind, and that versus your fuel and your speed you're capable of getting. So just be careful of this. This kind of could have caught me out. Maybe I could have aborted earlier and come back, but the rest of the video just shows me struggling to get back. I mean, there was no issues in the end, and I landed with 1.8 litres of fuel left, to be honest, but you know, it could have caught me out.
Nice one, Eric. Looking good, looking good. Take advantage of the tailwind there.
At this point, Eric and I are just bimbling our way back between 7, 8, 9, 10 miles per hour to get back to the LZ. And if I'm honest, it's probably the most chilled flight I've ever had. Eric and I were just flying back. I had my brakes on their magnets, I had cruise control on, and I was just leaning back in my harness and just taking in the views while we sauntered on slow speed back to the LZ. And I was just aghast at the view, just looking around and pretty much chilling. I knew I had enough fuel to get back, and it was quite a peaceful, chilled flight on the way back. Cold, but hey, it's Scotland and it's winter.
There's his wake. Hey! I knew that was coming. Check that bridge out down there. What a lovely car. Obviously retired.
Well, as I approached the LZ, no dramas whatsoever, just like the flight back, nice and chilled, headwind, and I was able to just drift, shall we call it, into the field, and I did quite a good landing, I must admit, no dramas whatsoever, and that was it. That flight made up for the last couple of flights where I had major starter issues, etc. So it was a good end to a nice day. Thanks to Eric for capturing my landing on the way in. Till the next video, everybody, keep it safe.